Hi, Nick Irwin, Global Ambassador for Schwarzkopf, and welcome to Session Secrets. This is episode 4, and today we're going to be working with UNDONE Hair. This is our model, Alina. As you can see, she's got the most amazing hair color. I think this is really where you have to study the natural nuance of the hair. I think if you're working on something which is very undone and very lived in, almost super individual to that particular person you're working on, whether it's a model, whether it's a client, the hair should be all about their personality. You should study all the areas and look at things like the hairline, how the hair wants to sit, where's the natural parting, what does the texture do if you move it forward or you move it back, and look at all those areas for then you to decide how much you need to go in there and do. And today, I really want to share these tricks and these tips with you, how to create undone hair by obviously working with techniques, working with product in a very kind of unique way, and also working with styling tools where we almost flip it on its head and we use them in maybe a slightly unconventional way where you get the hair to do something that feels a little bit more unique and maybe a little bit awkward in places that really starts to dial into what we're talking about with the undone feel. What I wanted to do is to try and get something that still feels multi-textured and doesn't feel too conventional. So what I've decided to do first of all is to work with a product from Session Label called the Miracle. This is something again I use a hell of a lot when I'm working on set, and again it has a multitude of uses and functions on different types of hair. So the idea is to just use your fingers, the palms of your hand and your fingers, almost like a brush or a comb, just to start to work that product through the hair. And then on top of that, what I want to do is work with a product called the texturizer. The texturizer really gives you that kind of that second or third day feel to the hair. So we're just going to work it in mainly at the root area to begin with. And then once you feel you've got it into the roots of the hair, mainly through the front and through the top, then we can start to add a little bit to the overall texture. Your hands are an amazing styling tool sometimes. You know, I think these types of looks are all about feeling. And what I like to do is to try and almost style the hair into a sort of texture or a shape with my fingers first, and think about where do I want the overall feel of the hair to go. You know, I'm kind of really showing you what I would do if I was on set and I was getting her ready maybe for an editorial. I think what's important is that, again, just to really always assess what's happening with the texture. And think about where do we want to, if we're going to use maybe the curve or some heat in the hair, a styling tool, where do we want to add those, like sort of that information and those kind of little different sort of nuances as it runs through the texture. I'm going to work with a larger styling tool called the curve. And again, what I want to do is to almost use it to kind of put a little, you can see, just very, very subtle. And then from there you can decide how much you want to do and where you would like to place that. We're not looking to create a perfect wave. It's really having the sort of the eye and the way you're feeling your way through the hair. I'm not looking to create anything too much detail at the top part of the head. It's more through the mid-band and towards the sort of longer layers as we come through to the length. And that way, when I move the hair around, it won't feel too much volume in the wrong places. When you're creating the right modern texture, I think it's really important to think about this sort of new visual language that attracts that newer type of client or that newer consumer to what we're doing with hair. And notice when I'm curving as well with the hair that I'm not flicking it, I'm not going against, I'm not going into the hair, that everything is always to its natural fall. So if you're working this forward, obviously you're working around the barrel that way. I sometimes also get inspired by simple things, like, you know, I might watch my wife tie her hair up into a little knot when she's doing her makeup. Sometimes she'll tie it up in a knot and put a little bit of hairspray through it and let it almost, it's just like, I suppose it's like a modern way of setting it. And then when she takes it out, it's got these kind of weird buckles and the hair just starts to look really lived in. And I think that's really special. So, you know, it's looking at those sensibilities in the way that you create those textures, and how can you apply that into, you know, everyday hair. What's really lovely about the texturizer is light. It's light on the hair, even though it'll give the hair some guts. It'll make it feel like it's got a bit more oomph to it, you know, a bit more body. You can see that we've created this sort of new information in the hair, but I think really enhance what's already there. Areas there we just feel we need to just maybe push and buckle and get these sort of cool, I don't even want to call them waves, I just think it's this sort of, these little moments in the hair. And it's very organic, and I think that's what's very modern about the overall feel. If it starts to get too much volume, if you like, as you're building the hair and you're starting to put these new sort of details in, you can go back again with a tiny bit of miracle, but really work it well into the hands so it starts to absorb before you touch the hair. Again, just careful. So at this point, what I want to do is I'm just now looking at areas that I might want to add a little bit more. I've switched to a slightly smaller curve. Okay, so what I want to do here is to show you how we can quickly take one look from the previous undone style that we worked on, and how we can quickly adapt it into something maybe editorial, like I would be if I was on set. But what I'm going to share with you is sometimes I think I like when a girl might tie her hair in a little knot at the back. Could be a bun, could be, you know, just again that thing when the girls just want to get rid of their hair, but there's something really kind of cool about it. So I'm just going to show you a quick little technique of how we can do something quite editorial. The mason, we're just going to go through and just loosen the hair a little bit so we get a much softer texture. Grab most of the hair back. Again, let the sort of natural hair fall out, and then probably halfway down is go through and just once through the band, nothing too tight. Don't put it out too high because you want the hair to kind of bag and sort of sit behind the shoulder. And then just twist the hair on itself, just loosely, nothing too considered or too perfect. Just let the hair almost do its own thing. And what I want to do here is just show you how, again, we can use the texturizer just to, again, loosen and bring the hair away from the texture. And there we have a very quick second editorial look of the undone hair. Okay, so let's do our recap for look one that we've worked on for the undone hair. First of all, it's super important always to check the hair, eyes first, hands second. Once you've made that assessment, then you decide on what you want to use in terms of product and maybe a styling tool. So first of all, what I wanted to do was to almost create a little bit more of an evenness, where we went in with a product called the Miracle, and use the palm of the hands almost like a comb or a brush, because we don't want to use any combs or brushes anywhere near this style. This is a very organic, lived in kind of look. Once we've done that, then we go back in and we start to think, right, how do we look at areas that we might want to create a little bit of lift, a little bit of volume, but again, a natural nuance, a natural volume. And that's where we work with the amazing product, the texturizer. It's not going to weigh the hair down. It's going to actually make the hair feel a lot more alive and a lot more lighter in places. For me, it was just looking at certain parts of the hair, mainly at the root to begin with. So again, we sort of get that slightly grittier, dirtier feel to the hair, and then obviously through the mid-lengths and the ends. Then we start to work with the curve. And I used it in a slightly unconventional way. Even though we were taking sections starting at the front, it was about looking at where we could buckle and make the hair a little bit more piecier. Once we work the front, we work at random through towards the back. 3 sections, start underneath. You know, the more disciplined you are with the sections, the more neater you are when you're taking sections, the neater the hair will be. Once we've created that all the way through, it's again going in gently, just looking at certain areas that we might need to enhance. I went back in with the smaller curve, just to really detail certain parts and maybe buckle the hair a bit more, little cowlick through the front, little kind of bends and buckles around the hairline. So once we've created all that, it's about how you then go in and just do those final kind of touches with your fingers. And that's pretty much it for look 1 for Undone Hair. So let me recap on what we did for look 2, which again was part of the Undone series. For me, we'd already prepared the texture on Lena's hair. We'd created this really amazing foundation, this kind of, buckled, very simple, nuanced hair. And what I wanted to do to add to that was, how do we create something a little bit more editorial? I used 2 small rubber bands, and we captured the hair probably halfway down, not really tight to the nape, halfway down the length of the hair, and then we obviously create a kind of loose ponytail. From there, again, you then twist the hair back on itself, so it again starts to kind of almost become a little bit rope-like, and then tie it around itself and pull the ends through the middle. So you're almost creating this kind of loose knot. Pull the hair through, and then again, it's about going back through into the hair with your fingers, moving parts of the hair around, tucking some of this hair that's been left out through the front, and then using a little bit of texturizer just to enhance certain delicate areas that just give you that really lovely nuance. So thank you again for tuning in for chapter 4 for the Undone Hair, and hope to see you next time.